If I go with you to go rob a bank, but I was just in the car, what do you think the cops are gonna say? Well, he was just in the car. He ain't robbed the bank. He was just in the car with the people that robbed the bank, so he can go free. No, brother. You go into jail just like the people that robbed the bank. Welcome back to another Iron Sharpens Iron video. Today's topic is going to be guilty by association. Oh yeah, we got a lot of people that's guilty by association. Meaning you didn't shoot the gun, but when the opportunity presented itself, you didn't even try to stop it. Romans 1:32, who knowing the judgment of God, that they which commit such things are worthy of death, not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. So this scripture right here is basically saying, you know it's wrong. You know exactly that the Bible is against what the act is, but instead of you saying something, you okay with it. You know adultery is wrong, but your favorite show is Power. Your favorite show is Scandal. You like to watch TV shows where the main character is cheating on their wife or husband. That's the stuff you like. That's the stuff you like. You know it's wrong, but you not only have pleasure in those that do them, but then you start doing it. You keep on watching shows like that, guess who's gonna start cheating on their wife? You know killing is wrong. You know that the Bible say don't kill anybody. Murder is a no-no, but your favorite songs to listen to got pop, pop, bang, bang. I'm a killer, got killers coming out, gang shooter, pop, pop, shooting everybody, pum, pum. Those are your favorite songs. The stuff you like to listen to, you know it's wrong. You know the Bible say you can't do it, but you have pleasure in those that do them, and you keep on listening to pop, pop, bang, bang. Guess who's gonna be doing pop, pop, bang, bang? You know you're supposed to be celibate. You're supposed to be living that righteous path, trying to save yourself from marriage, but you steady listening to smack it, flip it, and smack it. You keep on listening to it, guess what you're gonna wanna do? Smack it, flip it, and smack. You know homosexuality is wrong. You know the Bible say that it is an abomination to God, but your best friend is homosexual and you always cheering him on. You go girl when you know that's the man. You know that the Bible's against cross-dressing, but all your favorite movies have Medea in it. You watch all of them, you laugh, you think it's so funny, but the Bible's saying it's abomination. You know that the strip club does nothing but promote sexual sin, but you making it rain all the time and you can't pay none of your bills. You know that those that do those things are worthy of death. You not only do the same, but you have pleasure in those that do them. 1 Corinthians 5:11. I meant that you are not to associate with anyone who claims to be a believer, yet indulges in sexual sin, or is greedy, or worships idols, or is abusive, or is a drunkard, or cheats people. Don't even eat with such people. Man, did that just come out of the Bible? Man, I don't write the mail, I just deliver it. Scriptures like that, man, people don't even know scriptures like that exist. It just told you. You can't hang out with nobody doing none of that stuff. Can't be sexual morality, witchcraft, you idolater. They can't be cheating and lying on people. You can't be friends with nobody like that. You can't hang out with sinners. You can't do it. That is a no-no. Light cannot fellowship with darkness. So you can't be the light of the world, but all your friends are unsaved. You can't do that. You're guilty by association. But wait. Jesus hung out with sinners. Yeah, Jesus hung out with sinners. One, Jesus wasn't hanging out with anybody. That man was working. He was doing God's work from 12 years old to when he was 30, he had his own ministry going. He was working. He wasn't hanging out with nobody. Two, Jesus wasn't hanging out with sinners. They came to him. He didn't go to them. He was there. They came and listened to him. And then when he told them about themselves, he said, hey, you can't do that. You can't do that. You got to deny yourself, carry your cross, follow me. They said, I don't want to hear none of that, and they left. Some of them stayed, but a lot of them left. So Jesus wasn't hanging out with sinners. So if you're using that excuse to go to the club, get drunk, do the foolery all the time, well, Jesus was hanging out with sinners, so my best friend can be homosexual. Jesus was hanging out with sinners, so my best friend can be an adulteress. Jesus was hanging out with sinners, so my best friend can be a serial killer. No, Jesus wasn't hanging out with sinners. He told them about themselves. Your best friend, people you hang out with, your group, can't be a whole bunch of people that's sinning all the time. They can't be somebody that's drunk all the time. They can't be somebody that's cheating on your wife. You can't have no jive best friend who can't even stop sleeping around. That can't be your best friend. Your friend jive turkey sandwich, he just cheating on his wife. That's something wrong with that. Why do you want to be friends with somebody that's cheating on their wife? What does that say about you? And then it said you shouldn't even eat with them. Like, yeah. It said you shouldn't even eat with them. So not only should your best friend not be somebody that's sexual immorality, fornicating, sleeping around, cheating on their wife or husband. They shouldn't be an idolater. They shouldn't be nobody that's drunk. They shouldn't be anybody doing the fool, sinning all the time. Not only should they not do that, but then you shouldn't even eat with them. So that means you don't associate with them at all. You can't bring people like that into your huddle. If you're trying to live for Christ, you're trying to do the right thing, live righteously, bad communication corrupt good morals. So if you're the good person and you got a whole bunch of bad people in your atmosphere, what do you think that's going to do to your atmosphere? You're not super sanctimonious, sanctified, supersonic, saved, you holy, you levitate. You're not that good. You're not that good. So you put all that bad stuff around you, you're going to corrupt yourself. And then you're going to become just like them. And then y'all going to be doing the fool together. And everybody's just sinning. So if you're going to be that light of the world, if you're going to be what Jesus is saying, do and live and be that lifestyle, be that example for everyone, then you can't do the fool by being with the fools. You can't be guilty by association. If I go with you to go rob a bank, but I was just in the car, what do you think the cops are gonna say? Well, he was just in the car. He ain't robbed the bank. He was just in the car with the people that robbed the bank, so he can go free. No, brother. You go into jail just like the people that robbed the bank. You was guilty by association. Even though you didn't step a foot inside the bank, you was in the car, you didn't say nothing, you go into jail with them. Ephesians 5:11. And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. Again, you can't hang out with all the sinners. You can't do that. Jesus never hung out with sinners. Please don't say that. He wasn't hanging out with anybody. They came to him, and then he told them about themselves. So the part where it says, reprove, that's what he did. They came, they showed up. He's like, okay, well, you can't be drunk all the time. You can't cheat on your wife. You got to stop lying to people. You can't live like that. You can't do this. He told them about themselves. Some people changed, and then some people left because they didn't want to hear that. So you got to reprove. You got to do that. Now, I do want to put this disclaimer out there. In no way, shape, or form do you go out into the world and think you're better than nobody. Definitely don't do that. Don't go out there and say, well, my Bible says I can't hang out with nobody that's lying. No, the Bible's not saying do that at all. Do not do that. Don't act like that. You still got to walk with love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, and temperance. Meekness, you're very low. You don't think you're better than anybody. So even though you can't call them people friends, you can't hang around and associate with them people, you still gotta love your neighbor. And a lot of us have to work with people like this because everybody's not saved. There's people that love Jesus, will say they love Jesus, and they not saved. So there's a lot of people that's not saved in the world. So you can't go to work on your job, you know what, I'm not working with any homosexuals. You can't say something like that. That's crazy. Don't be foolish. You can't go in there and say, well, I'm not working with anybody that stole ever in their life because you're not saved and my Bible says I can't be friends with you. Don't do something like that. That's crazy. That is completely crazy. Yes, you have to love your neighbor as always. If anybody needs help, you need some witnessing to, help them, guide them, tell them about Jesus. Yes, you have to do that. But you cannot corrupt yourself by doing the same things they're doing. You can't corrupt yourself by promoting their lifestyle by hanging around them. Your best friend can be somebody that is completely antichrist. If they don't believe in God, or they say they believe in God, but they not showing it, everything they doing is completely opposite of the Bible, you can't hang around them. Again, you can love them from afar. Oh yeah, I'm here for you, I love you. You got family members like that. There's people in your family, you're like, okay, I know Uncle Ray Ray is crazy. So I know not to take my kids around him. I know I only see him once every year at the family reunion. But I still love Uncle Ray Ray. I love him. I love Uncle Ray Ray. But he crazy though, and I know not to take my kids around him because of what he did, but I still love him. I pray that you learned something from this message. I pray that you realize that, you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're guilty by association. You don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're with the people that's doing the sin and you're not saying nothing. If you say something, it's a completely different story. If you're in the car on the way to rob the bank and you say, hey man, we shouldn't rob the bank, when you get arrested and they put you on trial, you say, hey man, I told them not to rob the bank. That goes on record, then you're good to go. But if you didn't say nothing and you just with them, you're going to get incarcerated just like them. You're going to get the same punishment. So if you with people and you're not telling them, hey, you can't lie. Stop cheating on your wife, man. You can't do that. You can't do this. You can't do that. If you don't tell them, reprove and rebuke and tell them, hey, man, you can't keep living the fool, doing the fool. You can't be a jive turkey, man. If you don't tell people stuff like that and you just hang around them, you condone their lifestyle, you promote it, then that's when it becomes the problem. If you learn something, please share this information. Iron sharpens iron. You get your eggs in a basket, like I said. Don't think you're better than nobody. You got to help out your neighbor. Still love your neighbor. Take care of them. Spread the truth. Spread the gospel. Tell somebody about how phenomenal Jesus is. Tell them how you have to repent so you don't want to go to hell. Man, I'm telling you, for the wages of sin is death. So any sin, all sin, no matter what it is, how small, how big, it's going to go to the same place. Somebody that's lying and somebody that killed somebody, you're going to go to the same place if you don't repent and turn to God. And as always, y'all, we're too blessed to be stressed. Stay blessed by the best. Don't forget to pray for the rest. And until next time.